scaling mid laner for Dplus. He is going to lock it.
The thing that's ridiculous about this as well is you have so much more wave clear than Vayne, so you will always have control of the minion wave there on the top side of the map. I just think it's crazy. This one down, Busio just protecting.
And Kyeahoo has prio in mid, and he has his ultimate. So
this is also very pivotal to be coming in first. There's a nice condemn into the wall though as the Q going to connect.
Oh, nice.
There's the rocket jump, gets the buster shot onto this Lee Sin as the flash comes forward.
Yeah,
First
nice.
to Canna.
You got the cannon!
Here for Karmine Corp. Yike moving on over, doesn't want to give away all of these grubs. Does give away the first one though, and now ShowMaker's making his way over. There's the crash into the wall, the Arcane Storm doing so much work here, and down goes Yike. First kill on the board
here. I
here.
don't know about this, there's no vision. Canna could be in trouble here.
There is the taunt flash to come on through as Canna trying to get himself out of here. The killer instinct from Smash might be able to grab him the kill, and there it is. Gets himself the barrier.
He missed the Galio Q, so he wasn't able to kill Smash. They still get his flash and should be able to pick up this dragon unless Lucid is able to get a steal.
I don't know, ShowMaker's coming over here, but he's still fairly early in this game to do damage.
Career little taunt to come through there, but there is just the kick to death onto this Shen. A lot of buttons now on cooldown though as KC losing their health bars as well. Lucid secures the dragon and the Void Seeker comes on through. Great satchel to interrupt Lucid, but you can see Kyeahoo taking so much damage. The Impale will pull back Busio, and Dplus, they get the Drake and a double kill for Smash's Kai'Sa.
A clean, slow.
That's trading it once again. 0-0-3 right now as Lucid looking to move in. Actually going to get distracted by Busio, who was lying in wait. That is a lot of damage onto Kyeahoo as the Arcane Storm comes down, and ShowMaker will be able to claim his first kill of the game. A turret goes down as well.
Now Dplus is gold lead, the biggest we've seen so far at 2.2k, the advantage.
Lucid is going to get stunned up here by the wall dive. Hextech Ultimatum comes down as they deliver a gargoyle to the Scorpion, and down he will go. That is Caliste grabbing his first kill of the game. Where is the cross map going to be though? That is the question, is there isn't one. It's just going to be
the full tower for DK despite the fact that Lucid dies on the top side. Because otherwise ShowMaker is going to win into Canna, and she was going to push in Kyeahoo, and you can see Yike can't even take his red buff.
Oh, they're looking for Siwoo now. Buster Shot does just get the Camille out of there. Another turret falls down as the entire outer ring has just been demolished. And Lucid now looking for an angle towards Yike. That kick still on cooldown for a... No, never mind. It's back up again. And Canna just catching the waves where he can.
No hold. Busio stayed. He's on the edge of maybe able to get something here. It's going to be close. I don't think he can get him.
It's too deep. And Siwoo has both sumps as well, and he's quite tanky as well with the plated steel caps on level 13. Has the bone plating as well. So Busio can't really threat alone, and KC desperately need to get Canna into Siwoo, or they cannot really break this because they don't have the damage on Kyeahoo to try to gank him either, unless they can find a satchel here on Smash.
They will be able to get that. There's the flash to come through. Hextech Ultimatum. They get into range, and down goes Smash. That is a brilliant little pick, but Lucid still going for the fight. Flash out there from ShowMaker, but the answer is there from Yike. Doesn't hit the Q though, and the Arcane Storm will be able to help take him down. Takes a little while though, and there goes Lucid on the other side of the fight. So an advantage.
They'll just get caught. I think they're just going to have to give it up. The bomb is desperation.
Yeah, it does spot out that this Baron is being taken down as Yike. They need to keep him out of the pit. The problem is, I don't know whether he can get in. There is the secure from the Kai'Sa, and Dplus KIA, they'll just grab themselves a purple buff, and they'll go back home.
KC, they underestimated how fast DK could do the dasher. Busio based, and with that they weren't able to
a little bit of map pressure given the resets.
Busio has a potential flank though on ShowMaker if DK decide to put numbers into the bot side.
So
he's
close
looking
by.
for it.
Yeah, there is a nice little satchel here as there's a kickback onto ShowMaker. They're looking to explode to Viktor. He does do a lot of damage as he goes down though, and now the flash out from Smash will get him to safety. Lucid finding the Impale. They manage to lock down Busio, and down he will go. But ShowMaker a lot more valuable here as KC look to reform the battle line.
And Yahoo can't do damage, so yeah, you got ShowMaker, but it's a trade here. Busio's
Rest of DK's carries are even when ShowMaker dies.
And I would be so annoyed at the fact that
the Vayne has been fixed. Now it's controlled by Dplus.
Yeah, she was really this wave. Busio once again in a frustrating position. A Void Seeker is going to go wide.
Busio on the flank.
Yeah, Korea finds himself the taunt on towards this Camille. The wall dive is going to connect onto ShowMaker, but Busio is just dead. He avoids the heroic entrance and flashes away from Kyeahoo. The kickback as Yike gets on in there, but the Viktor is still alive. Smash once again not finding the W, but Caliste is so far away from this battle. Yike still trying to bounce around, but it's Siwoo that locks down that kill, and Smash will come in with the Acathian rain. Dplus KIA wipe the floor with KC here in this late game, and they're looking for the Baron.
And career flash to
Whole
block.
piece of the map controlled, and the last possible objective to take for now is that Ocean Soul, and they've got their eyes on it. Busio's looking for Siwoo here, but he's a bit short.
What? Okay, that's some damage as he dives on top of him. Busio will be taken down, but the heroic entrance is going to come in. They do lock down the Ocean Soul in the meantime, as it is a one-for-one support for top lane. Probably okay here for KC as far as that trade is concerned of champions. But I mean, Ocean Soul, we said it already, it's such a frustrating soul for KC's composition
They still got
to deal with.
They're pushing up mid.
And the bottom lane as well, as Viktor has just hobbled his way over and is looking to break open the base down there. Lucid gets taunted, doesn't even really notice as the mini Arcane Storm comes down, and the Galio can do nothing about it. He goes golden, he looks good, but that is still going to be a dead statue on the Rift. And the first inhibitor will be taken down in this mid lane. Bottom lane as well, going to get destroyed as Dplus just looking to steal everything. There's another Impale that will connect. A killer instinct from Smash for the immediate follow-up, and KC gonna have to go back to the drawing board, I think, after this game number one, as Dplus KIA, they look ready to win EWC.
Fantastic game one from DK. They had them pushed in every single lane. Caliste doing some good damage, but it's not going to be enough the same game one. I like
This is the new Gnar counter pick. It's kind of coming up. It's a thing.
Yeah, this is going to be very exciting to see whether KC can play through Canna towards that top side, but we do have Ian standing alongside who's managed to respawn. Now back to not a very high health bar as now Canna looking to go aggressive. Up damage does come through, but there's the undertow, and here is the all-in, the flash to fall.
Oh, nice.
Solo kill for Canna.
And that's why you picked the Olaf. Canna lands. This rate stacking from the Caitlyn lugs would be really good for KC, but
oh, the double stun from that life binding Smash. Finding the combo is Caliste. Is he getting soloed by Siwoo? The flash and slaps him down. There is the solo kill for the Gnar. ShowMaker gonna get walled away, but you can see Yike down to sub 100. Canna is basically dead as he's going back to base. Very brave as Yike is going to let his top laner live.
Opportunity here for Yike potentially. He is here faster. They have the magical journey. Smash may get punished.
Yeah, Arcane shift forward. There's the ulti from Yike to close the distance, and down goes the Caitlyn. No response. Tempered Fake and a whole career in place. Lucid Singularity is down. The Cosmic Binding somehow missing. That light binding just gorgeous from this Lux player as the hop comes in. Siwoo is dead again, ladies and gentlemen. And Busio
nice.
will follow suit on the bottom side of the map. Still, KC come out on top with that extra kill, but there is the flag and drag bringing Lucid over. Yike gets the doggos back though, and these Darkened Daggers do a lot of work. Lucid trying to at least keep this fight going until Korea makes his way over. But it looks like Kyeahoo not going to be helping out as ShowMaker making his life annoying. Man, this one is so much closer.
Got this massive push, so you slowed it down, but it's not going to actually...
should be able to start getting ahead now with the pressure from Lucid with how strong this Jarvan is into the Anivia.
Yeah, and these undertows really do need to land. With Shirelia's done, it just gives you so much extra movement speed as Busio, snagged by the light binding. Man, Korea is having one heck of a day today as he lines up the angles.
A little bit, but he's found here by Siwoo.
If they can stall out the Mega Gnar from Siwoo,
could be a big deal. I do think that Canna is going to be the most important part. There's the Tempered Fate catching onto the Jarvan. Not a lot of follow-up there, though, as Korea demanding that Arcane shift out of Caliste.
the problem is the lanes. KC recognized the fact that DK are pushing both mid and bot. If they're going to get the dragon, it needs to be right now. They can probably rush it and get away with it. It feels like they kind of got away with something they shouldn't have, as DK were the...
is just taken over the side lane. He's got a Stride Breaker. He's going to use this. We do have a bit of a Herald fight here on the top side.
Yeah, being able to fight away from the Olaf could be a good thing here for Dplus KIA, as now ShowMaker slithering his way down from that top side of the map. Busio loses half his health bar. There's a great knockup from Lucid. And now where are they going to look? ShowMaker is bearing down. Gets the flash ulti, but no stuns to come in. But he's just sidestepping the rest of KC. Canna now making his way into the fight, though. And you can see immediately DK like, nope, get me out of there.
Just going to get the turret here instead.
And Casey, they're onto the Herald, but they do this so slow. I think DK can just rotate and force them out.
They're just going to get the turret, and they're going to come over here and try to stop this. Lucid is on this left side angle, can actually get in so easily on this Jarvan.
Light Binding comes in, connects onto Canna. He doesn't press the Ragnarok button just yet, as the Ghost has been used to start this one off. Yike can have to get out of there. Gnar in perfect timing for Siwoo to make sure that this Rift Herald goes over to Dplus. And the pressure just...
the ones getting hit. Now, Kyeahoo looks like he might be dead.
Got some friends coming though.
Yeah, Cataclysm comes in. They're going to have to grab this egg as soon as possible. There's the auto attack to do it. And he can no longer move. There's a knock up onto an already very stationary target. True Shot Barrage not doing too much as Kyeahoo down already. Busio keeping himself alive though. And now Canna bearing down with these axes. Lucid is going to be his next victim. And okay, never mind. He's just going to take the Shelly exit. He's going to drive towards this mid lane.
Yeah, he's going to come in and try to, well, I said try to, get into the mid lane there and look to actually push that towards that inner turret. All the while, it is going to be a whole turret taken here on the top side. I think that was the right play from KC though. You got to look for stuff like this. You cannot just sit back and go, oh, we lost control. We're just going to play it slow and save your fight. I think you just have to play slow. I think you have to play through Canna.
That's why KC needs to find someone misstepping, be really, really decisive on that play.
Oh, maybe a bit of an angle here. There's Yike coming on over, but they do manage to get the shield out for Korea, helping Lucid stay healthy. Lucid KC moving on over now. True Shot Barrage connects onto Smash. They get that position. Flash out of the way of the Tempered Fate is good. And Korea is now definitely going to be a juicy target here for KC.
So they utilize the timer there of having Kyeahoo drop the top wave and moving straight. They get the flash as Canna looks for the solo kill.
Oh dear, a third one. Let's see whether he can make it happen as, yeah, this one's looking easier than the first two. Although the kiting comes down, there's the undertow, and he'll be able to lock that one up. On the other side of the fight though, Kyeahoo going down to the egg one more time. Would you like it scrambled, DK? That is the question. They got some time to think about it as ShowMaker is going to be able to grab that breakfast. Still, Lucid's going to go down as well. And that is Caliste now with a kill to his name as well. The Ezreal feeling... 5 minutes time, but it's a 20-second timer on this Chemtech Dragon. That'd be soul point for DK. Busio almost just dead. There's the ace in the hole. Almost dies from that one as well. And all right. Oh, there's
Come on.
spark. Sometimes the emotes come too soon as Korea puts him down.
Korea just capping him in this game. He is destroying him.
This is probably Korea's best game.
He will tear down their team apart.
And this is just a free dragon here for Dplus. I mean, look at the map. There's just no way. And KC don't want to give this up, but they don't have a choice. Caliste also in a bit of a bad spot here.
Yeah, Peacemaker does not find the target. There's the Tempered Fate to keep them at bay. Siwoo now looking for Yike as Kyeahoo is up towards his top side as well. Yike gonna have to flash out as Gnar just barely not able to get in there. But ShowMaker turns up and Yike realizes I'm just gonna have to hold forward. Unfortunately, you're going straight into the petrifying gaze as Kyeahoo is getting surrounded. Canna shows up though. Do they have the DPS to deal with this Olaf? That is the question. He does put the chicken in a cage, and ShowMaker is going to come over and sink those fangs in. And now, with the Ragnarok running, he's looking for one kill, but Siwoo's going to survive because he has his friends here this time. And DK, they find 3 in the topside play.
And I mean, this is the moment where Dplus proved that grouping like this and reading the plays from KC, having these fast rotations, having the support of anyone who's trying to get pinched is always going to work when you're this far ahead. You have this much map control. As Busio hung around for a moment here, but likes being alive, and we'll just let this Baron go. As a final spark will stop. Gonna get caught there and avoiding the fight and getting a dragon. They win the fight, then they get the dragon. So now they have soul point. They got wins on both sides of the map. We'll see if Siwoo can escape here.
Oh, well, I think this one's going to be a difficulty because just one Olaf has been a problem so far. Does have Gnar coming up, though, as Busio finds the Cosmic Binding. Still, the pressure here from Dplus just a little bit too much. Gnar is able to get away. The dragon is taken. Soul point is claimed. And they're going to look to take down this turret as well because I feel like that whole last section of play had nothing to do with Smash, who is now like 3.5 items. This Caitlyn is ludicrously strong.
Yeah, that was pretty much a team fight without Smash. That was all ShowMaker and Siwoo. So now, if Smash gets involved, it's going to be so much more difficult for KC.
Oh, Lucid just going to put them into the Cataclysm. Final spot comes down, but Lucid's in a bit of trouble. And now it's Smash's point of view. Takes down Busio first. There's the second as Yike goes down. He is put behind the wall, but the rest of DK are getting on in there. Siwoo, possibly a bit of an overextension, but Smash goes back to his favorite thing, and that is dismantling the house of KC. Inhibitor turret goes down in the mid lane. ShowMaker chasing out Caliste on this top side, and there's the knockup from Lucid. The 1-2 punch of the mid jungle looking good as Dplus KIA
just
are
killed it,
poised to
Axis.
pick up match point here at EWC 2026.
Dominance.
Yeah, that's the only word I can think of. It felt like DK had full control of this game the entire time. Even though Canna got 2 solo kills, it didn't feel like KC ever really had a pressure point to play around to be able to find an advantage in this game. They're going to look to cancel the base as the Temper Fate lands, but you can't really do anything.
Well, Korea is looking to get out of the way of Kyeahoo here. Goes down to about 50% as now Canna runs in, looking to try and kill Smash, but he just flashes away and gets the headshot down onto this Viking. Now Busio and Kyeahoo, they are so incredibly low.
All these fights is just like Canna and 4 potatoes, you know? Dplus like, all right, kill that Olaf, and the rest of the team is
Indeed, just kind of getting pulled around the map. The pressure is just not going away.
DK are doing what they've done so well all game, just playing it slow, suffocating KC, and not letting them have any avenue for an engage, play with the minions. The Tempered Fate, Busio is trying, but there's nothing there.
There's nothing there, and I mean, the super minions starting to hit these turrets. They're running out of time, they're running out of health. As another wave is coming through mid and top, and Dplus, worst case scenario, they back away and take Baron. Best case scenario, KC fumble the defense here, and they just lose the game right now.
Another inhibitor poised to go down here. The rest of KC are starting to mount a little bit of an attack. ShowMaker fighting against Caliste. The ulti's interrupted from Yike though, and now Kyeahoo has to flash out of the way. Dplus always there to have the back of their mid laner, and now Siwoo is on Nexus turrets. Life bindings are flying through. Smash is just hitting the structures, and Canna might be CC immune, but he is not death immune. And now Siwoo's getting his revenge. Another final spark here from Korea, and I think that might have been the final one here in game number 2 for KC. As Dplus
hit the Nexus.
they demand a reverse sweep out of the hometown heroes if they are ever going to win this series.
This is domination from the 5th place team of the LCK. Dplus could not.
One game away from achieving that potential here.
I'm standing by with some KC fans. Je disais, la clim qui est un petit peu forte ici à Paris, donc je suis avec vous pour essayer de réchauffer un petit peu l'ambiance. Moi déjà, je voulais te demander pourquoi est-ce que tu penses que le river sweep...
Early. They're going to need Annie's help. Kyeahoo comes over here if they want to control the Scuttle Crab.
Yike has smite though. Lucid used his, so he can smite the crab and get away. ShowMaker also chose to invest the TP there, but Caliste is really chunked.
Yeah, this is a lot of damage. Grand Entrance gets the flash out from this Xayah. Not a lot of value of that pullback as well, as now Lucid wants to get on in here. There is the thumbs up once again. It hasn't exactly been a good luck charm here for the Xayah as he throws down the feathers and just dies. First blood over to Lucid here in the bottom lane.
And DK's laning has just been superior in this best of 5. All they need is a slight lead and they will run away with the game. Busio will be getting dove. Caliste is already dead. It's a disaster for KC.
And this is not the start of the reverse sweep that you were looking for in this pre-6 Wukong. Just isn't able to do a whole lot. Yike's getting pushed out of his own jungle now. Here's the Realm Warp.
Yeah, ShowMaker getting himself into position as Yike gonna have to get out. That is a little bit of a cute play, but it does not catch Lucid out. ShowMaker going to pick up the 3rd kill for Dplus KIA.
DK have full control of the map. They utilize ShowMaker's prio. Yike wants to try to bait them a little bit. Is not willing to flash immediately, and he ends up dying for it. Lucid trades the flash. And KC, it just feels suffocating. It feels like they're not able to find any angle as DK shuts the door again and again and again.
Let's find the stun. Tibbers is out here being annoying. It's Busio spotting Korea. Now Smash with the on the hunt, looking to chase down Caliste, moving back towards his turret, but these feathers do go down. Oh, the boomerang comes back, and Caliste is just dead. Korea also able to battle dance his way out of danger. Oh my goodness, DK is just kind of messing with him now.
And Caliste was so close to level 6. He needed one more minion But that was all
that right
smashed.
call to be able to defend anything he wants to set up with this Cyclone. I think we've even seen a Cyclone this game.
Oh dear,
Busio
Busio now in so much trouble, does crash away from the situation, but ShowMaker, he is closing in. There are 3 people around him. There's the equalizer from Canna. Maybe an opportunity for KC as somehow Smash is just solo killed on the other side of the map, and now both AD carries are dead. Korea not finding the angle here though, and now Lucid gonna need to try and get this fight going in his direction. And in fact, he kind of is.
Busio.
There's the Magnet Storm from Busio though. Wind doesn't become lightning. It is gonna be Busio falling, but he'll take so much more for the trouble, and KC will come alive.
Finally! Yike to back him up, and they're being sandwiched with the positioning. Okay, we have a fight live.
Yeah, that is, yeah, Siwoo is just looking for an angle, and he does find it. Just solo kill on a roaming Busio.
She was the secondary jungler in this game, I suppose.
Yeah, we got River Cassante.
Yeah, mid tower picking up a lot of the standing gold. And
That's
should
going to be first turret going over to ShowMaker here as well. Nothing Canna can really do. And another one going to fall in that mid lane, you have to think, in a couple of moments as well as Kyeahoo here towards the top side, going to try and push Siwoo
Seems like
away.
KC never get prio. They don't get prio on mid, they're not getting prio on top, they're getting pushed in
Clear
on.
of the jungle has never been really the fastest.
Who needs help?
For this one, and that is the focus on this turret as the teleport is coming through. It's a little bit of a slow one here as Canna will show up. Gets the big old shield though, Siwoo just tanking this one up. Yahoo is just dead before he can really do anything, and Shelly takes down the turret, and now Siwoo's flashing forward, looking to get on top of Caliste. That is going to be the realm warp in, and the quickness picks him up. Smash takes him down, and now KC's bodies are littering the floor of this top lane. Shelly gets another charge. Busio and Canna trying to get out of there, but Lucid will not let them escape. That's another kill
Commit
going
the
up.
TPs, you commit the fight, and Dplus are faster on the rotation, which they are, and the turret. A lot of momentum. Not even getting the game they got over Honolulu Life Esports last year.
Korea looking for an angle here, does just get on top of Kyeahoo. Once again, down without the bear. And Yike trying to do some work here. Bear will fall. And it's a little bit of a lie there. The tip is released out as now Equalizer goes down. But look at this, Canna is just limping towards this inner turret. Lucid making his way over. And at least KC will not lose any more than that. But the bounties are already over. That's really over if they get the next break in 5 minutes time.
Have enough, I think, at this point to start considering that Baron take. Kyeahoo here trying to stay and look for a pick.
Yeah, he does throw the bear down, but Lucid just ignores it. There's the Crescent Guard as now Yike feels like he's a little bit too far forward. The Realm Warp as ShowMaker is going to join the fight as the feathers get pulled back, and KC will be able to hold them at bay at least for the moment. Teleport up here from Kyeahoo, but you can see Siwoo, he's on this bottom side of the map. KC going to have to go back and deal with this Cassante as well. And it feels like KC just needs to be too many places at once.
It's just really frustrating to play this one out. Can't find anything. This is going to have to back normally. Here's the Cassante to hold the line and keep Yike out with Career and ShowMaker on this flank. It's just gone.
It's going to have to be perfect, but it doesn't even matter. The Baron is going to be taken here as KC looking for a potential team fight. There's a Magnus Storm just onto ShowMaker to try and escape, and the all-out brings Siwoo in there. It's a decent position on this equalizer, though. The problem is the wallets are just way too heavy. Lucid dashing on forward as Canna gets into the base gate and tries to keep himself alive. There's a Crescent Guard, and Lucid says, "Good night, Rumble."
Oh my god, he lives!
Busio going to be able to get out of there, but that top laner not going to survive. And Dplus KIA with their new Baron are going to push towards the KC base. Sol is on the rift. We'll see whether this game even lasts that long as DK do want to utilize this Baron. 3.5 thousand gold already in that power play as they are ahead 12,000. Exactly right. It's so much more money here for DK as in goes Lucid one more time. He's got GA, and so he can actually go down in this battle as Smash is going to solo out Kyeahoo on the backside of the fight. ShowMaker takes out Yike here as they're looking to break open the base. Busio trying to canter away, and Canna at least gets the dash cannon out, but ShowMaker still going to be able to put him down. And Dplus KIA on the precipice of sweeping the grand final here at EWC 2026.
There's nothing left in the tank. It was down for 25. Busio's looking for a flank angle here to try to buy some space.
He wants to pull the wave.
Pull it.
He's able to do so. 15 seconds on Kyeahoo, 10 on Yike.
Yeah, sidesteps the grand entrance quite
Nice, like
nicely here.
15K
And at least
gold.
Dplus are forced to go back. But the problem is, they're forced to go back to a Mountain Soul, which is going to make this game even towards this top lane inhibitor turret. And in theory, KC's Nexus is still up. But it feels like it's only a matter of time.
They cleared this wave.
Dplus KIA are just going to knock it down.
The super minions are crashing into the base in the mid lane, though. Now they're looking for a pick on the Busio.
Yeah, Busio going to get that Magnet Storm off. Kyeahoo's still a little ways away. Busio going to fall, but they've taken down Caliste already. The clone is going to fall. Yike is going to get caught in the offside of the fight, though. ShowMaker gives him another thumbs up. It's a triple and an ace here for Dplus KIA, and they have done it just before they were celebrating that they made it to 5th place in the LCK, and now they are the EWC 2026 winners.